Yeah. I think a thing that defined a lot of the last few years is just pain, and pain that was always there, and maybe less, you didn't sit with pain as much, or you weren't forced to. So, and a lot of my music is about things like pain and grief and sadness. But I remember that some of the collaboration that I was able to do on this record was with, and that was pre-pandemic and mid-pandemic, was like, well, what do we do with it? Like you wear it, like, do you let it go ever? Like, or is it better to hold some of it with you, like, as you go into happiness? I think that's true. I think that, like, you probably need to, so that you're honest with yourself, and you can see when you are happy instead of being like, is this happiness? Like, you only know that because you have this polar opposite with you. Sure. There's this song that I really like called Corduroy on the record, and it's about me as a kid. I mean, like, because I like love like corduroy pants, and it's about. I also like this record had a couple different names at time. Like, I wanted to call it Church originally, because some of the songs are about my history with church. Sure. And having faith at one point, or what I thought was faith. But that's not really what the whole album's about. That's part of life, just like pain, just like love, just like all these things. And so the reason that I chose the title was like, okay, well, like that is a real life thing that happened that I can now like pivot from to like look inward and look outward. So I can like look inside of myself, into the universe inside me. Mm-hmm. And then it hit me that like, okay, well, the actual church, or the actual thing that is meaningful for everyone, is like knowing who we are and like being together, because that's sort of like the only natural in this world, like the only natural thing that we can like fully understand. So that's what I like want to spend time, living in. And back to Corduroy really quick, like that song is speaking to myself. Like, it's about how you shouldn't be a skeptic, or a pessimist. How you should like not like choose to love. Like, that's like the hardest thing, is to like literally like try to always love, because we're defensive and guarded, and we have been hurt, and that's really hard to love through. So it's a record full of songs about that. But
with that in mind, it's not, as you mentioned, kind of a really depressing sounding record.
No, it doesn't sound sad at all. Like, it's really, really major.
Yeah, well, was that important to not make it kind of this big lament, but kind of, as you mentioned earlier, with the song as well, a celebration more than anything?
Yeah, I don't think it was really like, in the writing process, I don't think I was like, oh, this shouldn't be like minor chords, it should be happy major chords. It just sort of happened how it did. And then as we were recording it, as we were choosing sort of the palette of colors and things that we were going to use, they all just sort of had this like hopeful sound, like naturally. And I think that's like probably some of the magic, that no one knows how it works in the studio, is like what feels right for the song in the moment. Because there were some songs that I took into the studio thinking it would be one way, and we tried that way, and it was like, shit, like that's not right for the song. So there was some exploration, but the song started mostly happy.